University of Leicester Centre for Hate Studies has highlighted a number of challenges faced by those from ethnic minority backgrounds in the countryside. Yet they're facing challenges for the way the countryside works, not really providing a good case for integration and assimilation, is it? If the countryside then needs to change to fit them, well, they're not doing a very good job of fitting into the culture that we supposedly, again, should be welcoming them into. So again, but by definition, if they're coming in and changing the way that something works, they're not assimilating it, they're taking it over. So again, why should we be making these accommodations in what is our land and our home, and is the only home that we have and likely will ever have with the collapse of the empire, right? Rural Britain's, quote, overwhelming, unquote, whiteness causes, quote, discomfort and a psychological burden to people from different minority groups trying to navigate, quote unquote, white spaces, the report claims. I would argue that even if you were to talk to a lot of these people, especially, people of different descent that are more conservative in the way that they think, and they probably think that these people are chatting nonsense, because this is pure white savior nonsense coming from the very woke liberal establishment lines, basically. Again, white spaces. What is a white space? No, the countryside is just the countryside. It just is. It's not a white space. You go to the countryside in many areas of Africa, it's not a black space, it's just a space. But funnily enough, there are certain sects out in South Africa in particular that are struggling to navigate what you might call black spaces under the threat of genocide. Would you say that? Oh no, the Centre for Hate Studies would never say that. It's only okay when it's white people that are on the receiving end of the whip, never holding it. Of course, we still have that loaded over us, despite the fact that we spent many, many lives and much in terms of fiscal resource to free and eradicate slavery, right? And was the premier force at doing so, largely because of our Christian morals at the time, which are now again being used to say that, oh no, this is how they justified slavery. Well, no, it's actually the way that they justified the abolition. Colonization is only okay, obviously, when it's the reverse. Colonization is perfectly fine as long as it's the global minority that's being further colonized